Okay, we've seen that depreciation for income tax purposes is generally allowed on the written down value, right? But what happens in the case of power generating undertakings? The claim of depreciation for these undertakings is a little different vis-a-vis normal assessee. Let us see that. So the power generating undertakings can claim depreciation either on SLM, which is the straight line method, or the written down value method. So the first thing is, who all are eligible to claim this depreciation or have this option of claiming depreciation in either of the two forms? Undertaking engaged in the business of generation or generation and distribution of power have the option to claim depreciation in the following manner. So one, either you are an undertaking which is engaged in the generation of power, or two, you are an undertaking which is engaged in the generation and distribution of power. So in both these cases, you have an option to claim depreciation based on SLM, which is the straight line method, on actual cost at rates specified in Appendix 1A to the IT rules, or two, written down value. You can claim depreciation in either of the following manners. Eligible assets, assets acquired after March 31, 1997. You can't have an option of claiming these depreciation on either of these two bases for assets acquired pre-March 31, 1997. What if no option exercised? Suppose I don't exercise any option. So is it going to be WDV the way it follows for the others, or is it going to be the SLM? Depreciation allowed only on SLM. So you don't get depreciation on WDV just like the others. You claim depreciation on straight line method. Okay, some of the other points. Provision in respect of assets put to use less than 180 days shall be the same as block of assets, which means that if it is put to use for less than 180 days, you get 50% of the normal depreciation. Now, second is, till what date can you exercise this option? The option has to be exercised before the due date of filing ROI for the year when the undertaking begins to generate power and shall be final for all subsequent years. So suppose the undertaking starts generating power on 30/9/2010. This is basically your financial year 2010-2011, and the due date for return, assuming it's September 30th. So by September 30th, 2011, you have to exercise this option. If you don't exercise this option, then it will be allowed on SLM basis only. If you adopt this, then this is applicable for all subsequent years. No additional depreciation available in such case. So we saw that we also have an additional depreciation option for new plant and machinery which are installed after a specified date, but that option is not available to the power generating undertakings in such cases.